Okay, the next thing is gratitude. I write a gratitude list every single morning, and recently I've done one that was like super huge. I was just feeling really grateful and really satisfied with the life that I'm living right now. So I literally wrote all the good things that are in my life, and it was this huge long list, and I really went into detail. So if you have the time, do that. It's so amazing. I realized that a lot of the things that I've wanted for a while, like especially feelings that I've wanted to feel, I'm experiencing them and I didn't even notice it. A lot of the time we're so focused on what we don't have and what we want to have in the future that we don't realize what we already have and how special and amazing those things are. And just a daily morning gratitude list is amazing. Appreciation or gratitude is one of the highest vibrations, meaning that it's one of the most positive feelings that you can feel. And it's making me an overall such a happier, more positive person. And also not just a gratitude list in the morning, also when you're just going through your day-to-day life, noticing small things that you're just like, wow, that's so beautiful, or I appreciate that so much. Just like noticing small things throughout the day that you usually wouldn't even notice, and just being grateful for them, because there's so much beauty everywhere. Like, I truly have been feeling like this life is so magical for the past few months of my life, and it's been amazing. I'm just such a happier person. Okay, the next thing, it's also been kind of a recent thing, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me talk about this quite a lot, and it's yoga. For a while, I just wasn't down for yoga. Like, I just felt like it was not my thing. I tried it a few times, and I wasn't fully present. Like, I was trying to rush through it every single time, and that's not like the point or the beauty of yoga. I started doing the Yoga with Adriene 30-day challenge, which I'll link below. It's called True. And that has been like the #1 thing that has gotten me into yoga. Adriene is amazing. Like, I love her so much. And she's like the one to thank for this whole thing. Doing yoga every day or a few times a week whenever you can, it's just, first of all, it's like a physical activity. Is pretty damn hard, but you're also allowing yourself to be still and to just be with yourself. Like, I'm not doing yoga because I want XYZ or because I want to be XYZ. I'm doing yoga because it feels so good, and because it allows me to be still and to be with myself, like fully be with myself, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, I don't know, all of it. Like, I just feel like I'm so present. And I usually do it at around like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and it just, like, every time I do it, it blows my mind how much energy I get after I'm done with yoga, because at around 4 or 5 I tend to get kind of tired because I've been working for like the whole day or whatever, and when I'm done with yoga, I'm like, I'm ready to continue and like do so many things. It just gives me so much beautiful energy. So yoga, man, is great, and I really want to go to like more yoga classes or like a yoga retreat or something. I think that would be really nice. So yoga, great thing. The next thing is going to be pretty personal to me and something I haven't really spoken much about, but I'd love to start opening more about this because it's been a huge part of my journey and my healing, my recovery, all of that, and that is spirituality. I am not a part of any religion. I believe that there is a source, and I call it either the universe, source, something like that. And this self-care, self-love habit for me is just communicating with what I believe is source, whether to you that's God or yourself or whatever you believe. And just like someone who is Christian would communicate with God through prayers, I communicate to what I believe is my source through these things that I'll mention that to me are like self-loving and self-caring habits. One of those is meditation. I really love meditating, And it's been super natural for me to meditate recently, when in the past I just felt like I was forcing myself because I wanted something out of it, not because I really just wanted to be still and with myself and with the universe. And then also doing tarot cards every single morning, and whenever I need some extra guidance. And also I've been getting back into crystals. I'm not like an expert at all. I don't understand how they work properly, but I know that they do something to me because like I like grab one whenever I'm feeling a certain way or whenever I need something. And I have a lot of crystals at home that I just bought whenever I felt drawn to one, and I don't really have the explanations of each crystal and what they mean and what they help with in my mind, because I just I'm not that into it yet. But whenever I grab one, I just hold it and I meditate with it or whatever I feel like doing, and then later afterwards I check the explanation of what it means, what its healing purposes are, and it always is what I actually needed at that time and what I wanted, and I just randomly picked one. And that to me is not a coincidence. I don't believe that there are coincidences. So yeah, crystals, tarot cards, meditation, all those, and just like talking to what I believe is source, my God, my universe, whatever. I usually just look at the sky and just talk to it. I express my gratitude. I just speak from the heart, like whatever I want to say. And I know for a lot of people that sounds very like wishy-washy, like, oh, okay, cool, talk to yourself, that's fine. And I get that because I used to be one of those people. I identified as an atheist for a while, and I was very ignorant to different religions and spirituality when I was in like middle school, and so I totally get that. But I'm so happy that I found this on my journey, and also astrology as well falls into that category, and I'd love to make a whole video about my spiritual journey, so let me know if you'd want to see that. But yeah, I thought that was an important one to mention because it has been really helping me and making a huge difference and making me feel super loved and like I'm not alone ever, and that I'm like carried and taken care of. That has been just life-changing for me. The next one I've also, I feel like, talked about a lot, especially on my Instagram, and it's to spend time in nature, whether it's just sitting down in the grass next to the beach, whatever is available to you, going on a walk just by yourself or with your friends, having a picnic in nature, like whatever it is. It just clears your mind so much and makes you feel so connected to yourself and your beliefs, your spirituality, all of that. It's like morning walks have literally changed my life. Whenever I don't go on a walk, I notice such a huge difference in that I'm not as connected to how I feel and what I want and my truth, my heart, my intuition, the universe, all those things. So yeah, nature is amazing and it's so beautiful and peaceful, and I'm so blessed to live in a country that's just full of nature and I love it. So nature, amazing. And the last thing, I've spoken a lot in this video already, but it's listening to your emotions, your feelings, and intuition. And my spiritual beliefs kind of play into that, in that I try to let go of control. That doesn't mean that I am not aware of what I want. Like, I know exactly what I want, like deep down, what my goals are, what my desires are, but it's then letting go of that and letting go of control and fear that it's not going to happen, and just trusting that it will, and just giving that control to the universe, God, whatever you believe in. And that doesn't mean that I'm lazy and don't do anything. If I feel like a strong pull energy towards drawing, I go and I draw. That's what I mean with like following your feelings, intuition, heart, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. It's just really listening, paying attention, being connected, because that's when you can actually hear it. and then doing whatever it tells me to do. And it's always led me to something amazing every single time, without a doubt. And it feels natural. It doesn't feel like I'm trying to force something. And that's it. That's the last habit I wanted to mention. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something new. And let me know if there's any habits that I didn't mention that kind of changed your life and your relationship with yourself. I'd love to hear about them and maybe implement them into my life. And again, let me know if you want to hear more about anything that I mentioned. And I love you so much, and I'm gonna see you very soon. Bye. We